Welcome, EV Texans, to another Ionna update. Today is
March 11th, 2025.
And what's going on April 24th?
They are having a, what do you call it?
Rezoning?
Rezoning,
Application
yeah.
for Ionna at 238 West 12th Street in Dallas, Texas. So the City Planning Commission will be hosting the rezoning at around 1 o'clock or 1:30 in the afternoon on April 24th, 2025. So please, if you're in the local area, please go ahead and show up to Ionna rezoning hearing, okay? And that way you can voice your support for it. We know us in the community all want to have additional options for EV charging, especially fast EV charging. And, you know, we'll go ahead and see what happens there. I'll be working that day, so Kathy here will have to be the one to go out to the hearing in the Scarlet Night. And if we're lucky enough, maybe she could bat her eyelashes and go like this and go like, would you like to go down to the location and, you know, have a talk about your plans for it, what it's going to entail there, and, you know, future plans for Ionna, you know, and what they would like to do. You know, maybe if we're lucky enough, that may happen. We have to see. But we will also, this coming weekend, provided we get the Scarlet Night back, go down to Corsicana, Texas, and check out a site for Ionna that is currently under construction. And hopefully it may even be open, who knows? But I'm not so sure it's open yet, but let's see what happens. We'll also check out on our way down to the Houston area, though I'm not sure if we're going quite as far to Houston, some other coming soon or noteworthy EV charging places, you know, see what we can come up with. We'll probably end up using my iPad Pro M4 to do some quick video editing on it, whether I'm going to use that to shoot or use our new DJI Mic 2s that we just got. So we're making an investment into the channel, and she will be our roving reporter in the streets. So you might see her sitting in front of like this desk setup here, and let me show it to you. See here? That's our desk setup. We have the box to hold the GoPro on. And that's the Scarlet Night. So, and right over here, this is the back of Kathy's chairs, the Battle Bus one from Secret Labs. Yeah, so we'll let some more light in. Mine is also a Secret Labs, but the Aorus. And then this is our processing unit. I built this by hand. It is an i9 13900 HK, 128 gigs of RAM, 8 terabyte hard drive, RTX 3060, 16 gigs, Corsair 6500, I want to say K case, along with Corsair fans, and a water cooling unit right up there. So that, and I use Power Director to edit my videos. And we are listening to royalty copyright-free music. And back there are our Nanoleaf hexagon shapes one. So just to show you a few of our things. So, you know, if anybody wants to help out, give us ideas, put in the comments. if anybody wants to provide content, let us know. If you're in an area where they're building an Ionna or a Walmart or other EV charger thing, let us know. We can talk and figure it out, see if you want to submit something. So right now we're just waiting for the Scarlet Knight to come back. And there's about $4,000 of damage to her. A fire sprinkler pipe fell and hit the car on the front fender. So you can see where the fingers are. There's some stuff. You can see there where the green marks are. There's some stuff there. Kind of hit it by the crease line. But because of no parts availability, because all manufactured parts are going to the factory in Mexico, then, there's none available. So they have to try and repair it instead of, just replacing it and, going that route with the quarter panel on the front. So no, I will not divulge what, place where the fire sprinkler pipe hit the car. We went through their insurance, so it's eventually being taken care of by them. And we did get a diminished claim value through them of about, I want to say, $1,800, I think, or right around there. So, I just want to be fair. So,
Yeah.
But we miss her.
Yeah.
So, plan on taking her on a long drive. So, now that I've talked forever and a day, honey, what's your thought?
What's my thought? Well, I'm looking forward to this weekend, going out and checking out the different charging places and see how they are done. I mean, we've gone to ones that look like they should be open, but they still have it wrapped up and they're not, blocked off where you can't get to them, or, so we'll see. We'll, and then we will, let you guys get photos and, surround and show you what is in and what is not in.
And remember, we do a lot of stuff on PlugShare. We always try to put the Scarlet Knight into a photo when we visit a new place so that you can see the Scarlet Knight.
Yeah, we love our car.
Yeah.
I love driving an EV car. I really do. At first I was like, oh no, I don't know, can't go anywhere, because there's not charging stations, and of course that was way back.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a few places
But
you can't go.
now there's a lot more, and it's not as difficult to get your car charged up.
What I found, stay around the interstates, and if your range is, let's say 288 if you're at 100%, or around 200-ish, let's say, rounding down slightly for an 80% charge. Look around to wherever you're going, see where the chargers are. Sometimes dealerships, even though they might charge an arm and a leg, may be, a good resort if you're in some small town where there's not a whole lot of chargers. They may be the only option. So, and please, dealerships, don't lock them on a Sunday behind your gate. Put them in the front where people can go in and be able to use them. They may not need a full charge, but at least enough to get them to wherever they want to go, to another charger that's, like, I don't know, Tesla, that's usually pretty reasonable. I try not to use the Pilot Flying J GM ones unless I have to, because their prices are, usually insane. So, I like Tesla because they're less expensive. Walmart seems like they're going to be pretty reasonably priced.
Yeah,
So.
and of course the Tesla one, we have a membership with it, and that's why we get a lower rate.
Yeah, but
So we pay extra per month, right? Is it a month?
yeah, it's $7 or $13. I forgot what.
Yeah, so just that little bit, you know, it helps out when you're
Now,
driving all over the place.
what is the downside to Tesla, being that you're,
Oh,
you know, handicapped
well-
and you use a walker?
one thing downside is that I have to park in the wrong parking spot, and then sometimes I don't even get close enough, and you know, Dawn's got to give me directions, say closer, 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 and I feel like I'm gonna,
Yeah, I got to give her the fingers, you know, and say, okay, stop.
you know, I feel like I'm gonna hit the charging box
Yeah.
or whatever, and you don't want to do that, and you know, having curbs to have to step up, it's, you know, I can do it. I got to hold on to something, but
I like the pull through ones for the Cybertruck and whatnot. Like the one we went to at like a Lowe's or a Home Depot one day at night. You know, that was pretty nice because even though you could pull in and just take up one spot then, but some of them, like we went to one on our trip to Hope, Arkansas, and that was still 2 parking spots, but they were like one here, so we were just slightly into the next one to line up the charging door.
right.
So that was pretty nice. But
That's right.
and let's give Elon, you know, a big thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
You know, he needs our support right now. You know, whether you're into the Blazers like we are. My dad used to own a square body 1980 Silverado, nicely optioned out one, red and white back in the day. And, you know, I loved that thing back then. And it's one of the reasons why we bought the Scarlet Knight. It's named after him because he used to play on Wreckers, so.
But,
What else, honey?
oh, you know, and when I was thinking about buying an electric vehicle, I called my nephew, who had bought a Tesla years ago, you know, long
Model
time
S.
ago. A Model S, is that what
Yeah.
he has? And, you know, I had to ask him, I said, well, you know, you plug it into your house, how much your electricity bill go up? And he's like, compared to the amount I was paying in gas, it's, you know, very little. It didn't go up, you know. I thought, oh God, you know, it's got a $300 bill for